Hi, hello. Welcome to my The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles stream. Yeah, I just got the game today and I'm pretty excited because I've been waiting for the next installation of Ace Attorney Great game. So yeah, this is my first time opening the game, so you're actually seeing me opening the game for the first time. Yeah. So select adventure. Okay, I think the stream going well because I was worried if the stream went stucky something. So yes, let's go. Select adventure. Huh? Of course lah. New. Oh okay. There's two because I bought the Chronicles one, right? Yes. Go. This is the first one. Wow! I'm so excited.
歴史的な開国から数十年、文明開化の大号令のもと、極東の島国にまさに今西洋文化の大波が押し寄せていた。
I should have played in English.
活気に満ち溢
The
れる帝
revolution
都の
was
民
shown
は
with
変化、革新の熱気にむせ返り、その変化に戸惑う者も飲み込んで、時代は大きなうねりの中にあった。
So this is around the time. What did? Someone Shinda. Someone Shinda. I just stopped both English and Japanese. Someone just Shinda.
そんな時代を舞台に一つの物語が幕を開く。
Standard lah. It's always the Phoenix like always get caught during the middle of the the great yeah. Oh. The typing resembles a typewriter but much more heavier maybe back in the day. 22nd November 8:43 AM Supreme Court of what? Judicate defenders anti-chamber. Kenapa bahasa dia susah sangat? Judicator. Oh, you were watching? Yay! Judicator. I still can't believe it. I still can't believe this is happening. Oh, mesti macam ni kan selalu. Yeah. How can it be that just beyond the doors to this quiet little chamber is the highest court in Japan, waiting to decide my fate? Time tu rasanya dia... I don't think seppuku still existed during this time, kan? Shanai. No, I mean like betul. I mean like kan dulu before this they what they have the punishment of seppuku kan, but I think by the time progression there's no longer seppuku as punishment.
You mean punishment? I ingatkan willingly seppuku.
No, willingly seppuku still existed. Yeah. Wow.
As long as it's not the electric chair.
Yeah. What? Oh no, nothing. Ayah jangan, ayah guna. Ryunosuke. My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I'm second year student at the Imperial Yume University. Second year. I feel so old now. 3 days ago, I somehow found myself in the middle of horrifying incident. Oh, okay. Dah lah. I wonder how is the judiciary system for this series, because before this, they mentioned how the judiciary system changed, like they make it limited to 3 days. I wonder if it's the same for this one. And now here I am awaiting my trial. That's enough. Who is your this dude? He's not obliged to listen to such abuse, officer. Abuse.
No,
And who are
I don't want
you?
you to have to talk
Tak kenal. I'm this man's lawyer. I'll be defending him today.
I wasn't
Yes,
paying
and until
much
the
attention
judge.
on Chronicles actually. I want
Until the
somebody
judge
out
has
there
given his
so that
the
they could
case,
actually play Animal
no one
Crossing normally.
right to treat him as a criminal. You hold your
That's
tongue.
why I've been
Of
eyeing
course.
on Kabuki. Just that one.
Technicalities. Look
If
at
he
you.
gets it,
You
okay,
haven't
I'll
even
come out first.
graduated yet.
If he doesn't get it, it's fine. I want Kabuki out
So they are both students. So early for you to become a lawyer. And yet, I still seem to know better than you how a court officer should behave. Yes. the headcloth flowing, but there's no wind. What kind of world is this? The fabulous world. Right here. Right. Empire. Yes, of course. Sorry. What are you apologizing to me for? Kenapa dia handsome? I suppose that wasn't my fault. Yeah. Really, Kazuma. Nama dia Kazuma. Kazuma, I never meant to drag you into this. I'm so... Ha! Here you go again. Apologize. Senpai, why is he so handsome? Because he is 2D. What happened to my 3D obsession? Just like, oh. So I must say you've been all over the newspaper these few days, of course. Yume University professor? Oh, okay. Yume University professor murdered in cold blood by student. Oh, okay. But obviously you didn't actually do it. Of course now you have to believe me, I didn't do it. I could never murder someone. And this got set stuff up home. You mean, yes, be proud. I believe you are innocent. Kazuma Asogi. Oh. Also in his second year at Yume, he's far more clever. Star student. Right. Okay. Even a qualified lawyer, he's still an undergraduate. He was listening to his monologue. Lol. The very concept of lawyers is only a few years old here in Japan anyway. Oh. So actually a new thing being a lawyer. Okay. My qualifications. Yeah. Exactly the same 3 days ago. But I'm proud to have a friend. True. 3 days ago. Yes, that's when all this started. Congratulations, Kazuma. That you're going to get study at last. You know, I've been forever dreaming the finally US government have acknowledged academic successes in court. Oh, banyak kali dah. So you'll be representing Japan as in sophisticated legal system in the world. Okay. I'm really happy for you and proud as your friend. There's not a soul in the university who doesn't know Kazuma's name. A living legend, like there's some mysterious aura billowing around his stamp. So that answers why the head glove keep flowing. Okay. I want to bring about change in our own legal system. Okay. It's just a new thing. So I have to cross the ocean to see the real thing with my own eyes. The heart of the British Empire. Comel lah, both apa? Japan and British. Dua-dua what? Apa orang panggil? I tak dengar. Dua-dua penjajah. Yalah, penjajah in English apa? I forgot. Colonizer. Ya. Dua-dua colonizer. Masa dua-dua nak ni. And here I am playing this game of the colonizer. Kelakar lah. Smack. Wish I could see it too. Then come with me. Yes. Let's go to England. We'll have a wild time tearing up the streets of Her Majesty's City of London together. Wah. Dia punya English punya ni seems wild. If only it were that simple. Oh dear, look at the time. I better be going. Alright, I'll see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this. Kenapa you ada orang belanja you ke? Buffet ke? Partner. Aibo. I don't understand why they stay dekat restoran. I mean, I know lah apa you jarang really went to a restaurant, a western restaurant kan. Tapi like if my friends leaving, I would leave too. I tak duduk situ. Straight after that. Asogi, may I have a word? Oh, are Professor? Oh, tu Professor. Coming, Professor. Well, this case has personal significance to me, but never mind that for now. Asogi-san, I want a jelly bean. You should go immediately to the judge chamber. Why? To His Excellency chambers? Why? Oh, I want a jelly bean too. He was looking for you before. You advocating for the defense in this trial was a sudden decision. Okay. Seems there may be some confusion about procedures today as a result. Who is this man? Yeah, anta wadare. I feel as though I've seen him at university before. The true professor. Not the man of your dreams. Nama pun professor. Takkan you tak pernah jumpa your professor? I see. I will go at once then. Tengok tangan dia kat belakang. It reminds me of kawat. Lihatkan diri. Company you. Satu. Alright then, Yunosuke, I'll see you in the courtroom. Kire Akama no Onna. Thanks, Kazuma. Azuma Kazama. Ya, salah cerita. Itu Tekken kan? Yunosuke. Tekken ke Inazuma? Who are you? This is awkward. Don't look at me. I don't know you. If I may. Yes, okay. You must be the defendant, Yunosuke Naruhodo, I believe. Yes, right. My name is Eugene Mikotoba. Not the main wait, his name. His name? What's wrong with his name? Yunosuke Naruhodo. Yeah. Name is Yunosuke Naruhodo. Naruhodo, yeah. Naruhodo. Naruhodo. I see. I see. You see. We all see. Like when I scream. Yeah. That's the name part actually. Naruhodo. Apa Phoenix Wright punya Japanese name was Naruhodo. I tak ingat lah nama dia. Naruhodo apa entah. Naruhodo. I can't remember. Tapi Apollo punya nama Odoroki. People usually say surprise. Odoroki means surprise. Odoroki. So yeah, the Japanese name itself actually is a pun. Yeah, Naruhodo and Odoroki. So yeah, Naruhodo Ryunosuke. Naruto Naruto Hodo janai. Naruto Hodo. Naruto Hodo. Naruhodo. Eugene Mikotoba, Professor of Forensic Medicine. Forensic Medicine. Okay. Professor Mikotoba. I've heard that name from Kazuma before. As I recall, he's been pushing to get the government to agree. Okay. Asogi has told me about you. You and he as friends, I understand. Naruhodo. Asobi janai. Asogi. As such. Asobitai ni Asogitai. As such, I feel you should know what. Well, as you have no doubt heard, Asogi has been granted permission to go and study in Great Britain. Yes. However, if he should fail to defend you into this trial, oh no. Oh no, poor Asogi. Kazuma. Asogi. What? Of course lah kan, because like he'll go to Great Britain because he wants to be a lawyer, but if he cannot defend his defendant, means he failed as a lawyer, so he can't go to Great Britain, right? Yeah, like that. I suspected you were unaware of this. Iman and where? Not me. Tak kisahlah. I had a feeling Asogi may have chosen not to tell you. He's agreed to defend me, knowing that if he fails, he will be shattered. I don't understand. Why would the government do such a Chen has to choose from a large number of applicants for overseas. So scholarship have been a thing since before. Faham. Sama lah kan time kita ada je kan time before Merdeka, our residents Dia brought sponsored. Ada je. Yeah. It's amazing how masa perang pun ada ni. Time ni time perang ke? I don't know. I'm not good at history. I sleep. Yang sekarang keturunan yes, okay. Let's not talk about that. It's very cringe. Politics is very cringe. It's very difficult to persuade them to grant permission even in the most favorable of circumstances. Judge luar. I don't believe it. But I didn't do it. I swear I'm not a murderer. Not Google, ya Robbie. Google, stop. Mama. I don't even call. Google. I'm sure that's true. Nevertheless, I can assure you that proving your innocence will be no easy task. See, there are certain peculiarities about today's trial. Nani sore? Peculiarities? Sorry? What do you mean? Sorry. 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 You'll soon understand once proceedings get underway. Okay. But then what should I do? Well, naturally I'm not going to suggest doing anything that could lead to a conviction. Right, so as soon as the trial starts, the judge will pose a certain question to the defense. When that happens, you must answer before anyone else. You must say, I do. Am I going to get married or something? But what will the question be? Surely not. Do you accept the accusations brought before you? Of course not. And then? Defendant. Court is about to begin. Proceed to the courtroom at once. It would seem I was surreptitious. So many English words that I don't understand. And yeah. Discussion, but short, so allow me to summarize. Kazuma Asogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. Of course, as the defendant, the final decision is yours. What are you waiting for? Do you want to be found guilty for failing to appear? Get moving. There's no point in anyone advocating for the lives of your enemy. Wow. Oh. This is it. If this trial goes badly, Kazuma's dreams of getting up. What's more, I'll be found guilty of me. And so, with absolutely no idea of what lay ahead, I embark on that unforgettable trial. My one and only chance of proving my innocence. Trial that would decide my destiny. 22nd November, 9 AM in Call of Duty. Oh, okay. The nervous look on Ryunosuke's face. So this is the courtroom. Supreme Court of Justice. Oh, I can't. Later I'll search in Google how to pronounce this. Judicator. Yeah, no court in the land has more power. Oh, for just murder, you need to go to Supreme Court. I don't know how law works. I want to play this game. Doesn't mean I'm good at law. I don't much like the look of those people sitting in the public gallery. Lots of military and the uniform. For just murder? I know murder is bad, but you know, like, does it? Supreme Court usually, if the everything, right? Such an ignorant person. The powers that be have demanded that this be a secret. Secret trial? Trial that's close to ordinary members of the public, only military and government officers. And why though? The professor? What? But why? Yeah, why? It'll become clear in time, but for now, you need to concentrate on this case. Being the defendant, what do we need to pay? Wah, the judge is younger and black hair. The court will now hear the trial of Yunosuke Naruhodo. Oh, the song is different. Your prosecution is ready, Your Excellency. Auchi? Now, the name is Auchi? Pain. As is the defense. So, let's begin. Before we begin, there is one point of order I would like to confirm. Yesterday evening, the defense made a last-minute request for a change of advocate. Oh. That's correct, Your Excellency. I made the request myself. So advocate means I forgot. Orang I understand that word, I just forgot the meaning. I made the request myself, yes. Normal procedure is for the defendant's advocacy to be decided 2 days prior to trial. As this is an unusual circumstance, I am obliged to ask for final confirmation now. Who advocates for the defendant in this trial? Is it? Must be the question. Who's going to defend me? That's the question the professor meant. But then, if I say I do... he's going to defend himself. It was quickly what should... answer I do, sorry. Hi! Hi! Yeah, Robbie. Yeah. So he's going to defend himself without being prepared. Are you crazy? Naruhodo's descendant is always known as crazy. Why are you guys like this? What is the meaning of this unruly outburst? I would like to inform the court that I, Yunosuke Naruhodo, will be defending myself. Will be what? What I play at Yunosuke. See, don't play at court, children, please. They're playing at Yunosuke. Courts are scary. I never went to one. As Mikotoba told me everything just now before the trial. He did what? He said that your dreams of studying abroad would be dashed if you were to lose. So sad. It means you don't have faith in me. Yeah, I won't be able to get you off. No, it's Not that really, it's just that, well, on the off chance that things don't go well for me, I couldn't bear to be the reason that yes, I knew that's how you will feel, which is exactly why I decided not to tell you. SME Kotoba shouldn't have stuck his nose in. So, as usual, Kazuma going to assist. Yes. Very well. The court hereby recognizes the defendant's desire to advocate for himself into this trial. Ouchie. Well. Does the accused admit defeat already, renouncing his own counsel? Really? Renouncing. Ah, see the emblem, the prosecution emblem. There's the scene, prosecutor, what do they call it? The pins, yes. Igiari. No objection, counsel. This merely shows that the defendant's innocence is so apparent he's confident he can speak for himself. Such charismatic guy, Kazuma. Then that's so Naruhodo-san. Naruhodo-san? Yes, exactly. Hi. Exactly what I wasn't thinking. I'm not confident at all. The face. In fact, my mind's a complete blank. Both of his hand on the sword. I realize you're in charge now, but still try not to do so violently. Okay. Oh, he looks so handsome. Well, for a mere university student to be brought before the Supreme Court. Kanji must have perpetrated a most heinous crime indeed. As you are no doubt aware, this is the Supreme Court of Judice. Accordingly, the very highest standards of conduct are expected of all present. Do I make myself clear, Defendant Naruhodo? Yes, Your Excellency. Therefore, my duty to assess your competence for the task you have undertaken. My competence, what does that mean? Okay, standard. It's questioning your ability to do the job. It's always. Well, he can't be questioning it more than I am. So let's start with the very simplest of questions. Yes. Hi. I will state before the court the name of the victim in this case. Well, that's easy enough. I heard his name more times than I care to remember. But wait. Oh, they forgot. I'm so glad I can remember that. What was it again? Ryunosuke. Let me guess. Your mind's gone blank. Oh, you look so confident. Well, you know me so well. All the relevant information for this case can be found in the court record. Okay, so where's the court record? And I can't even find that. It's simple. You can access the court record with a press of R. Let's consult that. It's all in there. Okay, R. Okay. I cannot even press the R. Maybe later. I just have to press R for the court record. Alright, there's no time to lose. Yes. This is the list of evidence you've collected. Now try to... Oh, let me... You'll find details about the victim in here. When you're done, just need to go back. Okay. Eugene... Kazuma Sogi. Eugene Mikotoba, medical school professor, is an authority. Prosecutor Taketsuchi Aoji. John H. Wilson, the victim of this case. He was visiting professor of medicine at University for the British Empire. Medicine. This is forensic medicine. Okay. B. So remember, everything to do with the current case can be found in the court record. I just want to check one last time. Post-mortem report have appeared a little after 2 p.m. A little, not even accurate. And okay, why do I mean, like, it's understandable. It was taken very decades ago, I guess. The death occurred a little after 2 p.m. and was caused by the loss of blood from a gunshot to the chest. The bullet did not pass through the... Okay. Wah, adaちょっと待って。Wah, thank you. Then when I pronounce that, I'm so nervous. So thank you, Zen VPN. Hey, thank you for the following. Okay, so the bullet did not pass through the victim's body. Time of death 19 November, shortly after 2 p.m. The bullet fired at close range. A fatal hemorrhage from ballistic trauma. Pectoral means around the chest area, maybe. No exit wound. Bullet did not pass through the body, so the bullet is inside the body. Oh, hi Torasa. Hi. I'm playing the Grade Ace Attorney. I just got it today, so yay! I'm very excited for the game. I really like this game because I grew up with it, so I'm excited. Okay, so let's continue. So remember, everything to do with the current case can be found in the court record. Now you better not keep... Yeah, I saw your Twitter post. Yay! Yeah, you better not... Thank you. I've been updating a lot. My Twitter, not only art posts, yeah. You better not keep his sensitivity and longer gone. Yeah, I just made him wait. Find the victim in the people section of the court. Okay. The victim is John H. Wilson. Present X. Okay, X. Yes. Wait, the victim's name was Dr. John H. Wilson. Ouch. I cannot lah. The name pun. Ouch. Ouchie. So for those who don't know, this is the great. I don't know how many grades of Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright. So before this, in the previous game, there's this Ouchie character, but his English name is Payne. So yeah, that's why it's Payne as is P-A-Y-N-E. So when the name's Ouchie, so like, you know, Ouchie. Ouch. Okay, well, at least you can remember the name of an esteemed member of your own university. A visiting professor though? Is it my university if he's a visiting professor? Dr. Wilson was a visiting professor invited to UME University 3 years ago. Okay. So, yeah, he's like the professor, just a temporary professor of UME University. Okay. Indeed, which is the reason why this case has such profound implication. Because he's not Japanese. He's the Great Britain Empire people. He's British, yeah. Okay. Such profound implications. So that's why there's only the military people and it's a secret trial. British Empire. Is at present our country's most valuable foreign ally. Oh, they were allies? So British and Japanese were allies back then? Okay. And as most of you will be aware, we have just signed a new treaty together. When was that? There can't be anyone who hasn't heard of the Anglo-Japanese Treaty of Friendship and Navigation. I did not know that. Okay, I should stop being ignorant about this. And yet, despite these delicate circumstances, the blood of an Englishman has been spilled on our soil. You two are both undergraduates at the Imperial University, are you not? Yumei means popular. Don't I? Murdering a professor from the very institution that provides your education, have you no honor? It's amazing how they spell honor in English punya spelling Honor instead of the American honor Honor. Okay. But I didn't do it yet. I didn't kill your professor. Sekejap. Alah tu. This case is coming under great scrutiny from our allies on the other side of the world. The court therefore wishes for speedy resolution to this matter. So you wish it to be one day? It's one trial. In other words, our feeble government is scared of upsetting the England's policy. So Kazuma sounds like he's not really into the British Empire. Okay. It's a proud Japanese, and you're convenient and expendable scapegoat to blame for this crime. That's sad. Oh, Naruhodo, Yonosuke. Or Yonosuke-san. So that's why this trial has these unusual peculiarities, is it? Okay, exactly. Our government needs to convict someone as quickly as possible. So that's why it's one day, one trial. Because this is the first trial, of course, it's just one trial. All because the victim was an Englishman. Yes, Dr. Wilson was an English. Okay. But nationalities and trades won't make any difference for me here. Why? The fact is, I was there at the scene of the crime. That's why it's very dangerous. Oh dear, look at the time. I would better be. Kata Kazuma pembunuh dia. No, takkanlah. Alright, I'll see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place alone. Kalau Kazuma pembunuh dia, I will be sad. Like, why? Tapi faham lah, because maybe, you know, like maybe. I don't know. Good idea after all, yeah. See you in English class tomorrow. I fear that Kazuma is the murderer. Hope not. The British Empire, wow, is incredible to think. Wait what? I've seen that man at University. I'm sure he's the visiting professor. Great Britain. I don't know his name, but still, I should go and say hello. Why? Alah, time dulu apa? Those time not really the introvert kind. Kidding. Yeah, go say hello. if you haven't say hello, you might have been not in this trouble. So I went over to the professor's room. Right, siguro na ito kan. I don't know. Introduce myself to Dr. Wilson. Hoy, nanonood. Eh. Then let me pose my next question to you. That was only the first question. Oh my god. Yes, Your Excellency. Hi. How did this professor of medicine, Dr. John H. Wilson, lose his life? State before the court the cause of death. Cause of death. Well, obviously that was NSK court record. Remember that in court, every assertion must be backed up by evidence. Yes. Take that. But how? Find a piece of evidence. Present. Do it now. Yeah. Don't push me. Okay. Post-mortem report. Yes. Hi. Oh, so there's no take that. Okay. Well. He lose both hands. Hemorrhagic. According to this document, the victim suffered a hemorrhagic death due to shock trauma. Hemorrhagic. Learn to read, you imbecile. That's the post-mortem report. I take it. Sorry, yes, that's right. Hemorrhagic. Post-mortem report. Hemorrhagic. Okay, in the West, a doctor dissects corpse to identify the cause of death in an autopsy. In the West. But here in Japan, a police officer merely inspects the body and draws conclusions that way. So they didn't check the chest area whether if there's any bullet inside. Oh, I see. As long as I'm not going to be tested on any of this later. Autopsy only on dead people, not living. I think. Okay. This is a so-called photographic print of the scene of the crime. You can clearly discern scotch marks around the bullet holes you see. So that's why they don't need any autopsy. This postmortem. Postmortem. Technicalities do. In other words, we should assume. Assume. Assume that the victim was shot at close range. Thank you, counsel. The court will accept this modern scientific evidence into the record. Modern. A photographic print of the victim and entered into the court record. Okay. So that's a photographic print. Well, that's something I've never seen before. Yeah, now you know. This is a photograph. Let's watch. Magnifying glass. Oh, we can magnify. Then anything that we focus on. Mistake. Okay, it's well done. Okay. Any other things that we should? I don't think so, right? Yep. Oh, and all photo. This is quite HD. It's clearly superior to a drawing. The detail is incredible. Yeah, that's why I see HD. Yeah, very well. I'm satisfied with your answers. At the start. The trial hasn't even started yet. It's already 1 hour. Nice. Wow. I like how plain the main character looks. Yeah, I know, right? Because yeah, earlier I showed how the design looks like. So supposedly it looks like a combination of Phoenix Wright and Apollo Justice, but then they changed this. Certainly, Your Excellency. So without further ado, in order to better apprise the court with the facts of the case, Chet was hereby first calls his first witness. Was there the scene of the crime when it happened? Yes. So who is the detective? I think I may have worked out what the professor had in mind. Professor? You mean Dr. Mikotoba? Yes, clearly you're the defense lawyer today, not me, but that doesn't mean... Well, I can still act as your assistant. Yes, that's why you're here, as my assistant. Of course. And he was speaking with me before, you see. Kazuma Asogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. He has been sticking his oar in, hasn't he? Oar? I think he would row the boat. Row, row, row you go. Maybe, but any help you can give me would be greatly appreciated, Kazuma. Well, my first piece of advice is rein in that crazy look of being wild and control the cool rats. Yes. I want to I want to have my own personal win too. I know, right? They say it's the aura of Kazuma. Kazuma aura. That was bad. Okay. If you read only if you read in that crazy headband and control the cold stairs. Crazy. Okay. Sorry, I've been laughing a lot. Oh, okay. So the first witness, the first I forgot what he said. The first person is not the detective. Witness, state your name and occupation for the court, please. Of course, Hosonoga. Satoru Hosonoga janai, Hosonaga. Hosonaga. There's no pun in that. I am the head waiter at a Western style restaurant called La Carnival. La Carnival wa Hosonaga no imi wa nan desu ka? Long and narrow. Ah, hosoi na. Hosoi na. La Carnival. Cuff. Ah! Chi. Blood. Are you okay, sir? Hey, alright, you seem to be coffee up some. Wine. I think it's wine. It's regular occurrence, it doesn't really bother me. No, you should go to the doctor. Don't cough up blood and what? Dia pun handsome. Why you look at me like that? Well, really, you should go to the doctor. As everyone knows, the capital Southeastern Quarter was developed for foreign visitors some years ago. Southeastern Quarter? Quarter what? It becomes a very fashionable district now, full of hotels to accommodate overseas guests. Okay. This grim crime occurred in one of the district's so-called restaurants. So-called? It's not a restaurant? What do you mean so-called? 3 days ago. If it's wine, I wouldn't mind be cleaning it up. Not like I even drink. Cleaning it up. What do you mean cleaning it up? Cleaning it up from... Okay, let's not... Let's not go there. Understood. Hoso Naga-san, you will kindly tell the court everything you can about the incident. Hosoi Naga, Hosoi na desu ga. At once. And no petty interjections from the aspiring lawyer boy, please. Oh, perspiring, maybe, but aspiring. Stop perspiring, Nosuke. Do you have extra clothes? It was just after 2 p.m. on the day in question. Just after. That's already a bit contradicting. That's just after. We have few diners at that time. The lunchtime rush was over and there were only 3 tables still occupied. That fits in with my memory of it too. There was hardly anyone else in the place. Sudah. What happened? It was when I was in the kitchen putting away crockery and cutlery. A gunshot rang out, so I hurried out to the dining area to see what had happened. I found the victim, an English gentleman, lump in his standing immediately beside him, gun in hand, was the accused university. Hi. Yes. Yes. What? Hold on. That's not a yes. That's a no. Hi, Janai. Yeah. Hold on. Hold on. Let me just clarify something here. While I did pick up a gun that I found lying on the floor beside Professor, I didn't shoot him. Igiari. I believe I asked you to refrain from petty rejection. The court wishes to listen to the witness report of what he saw, you amateur. Right. Alright, watashi wa amateur da. The next time you interrupt, you'll penalize defendant. Naruhodo. Don't worry, Ryunosuke, you'll have your chance to fight back. For now, we must just quietly listen to the witness. Ugh. I may confirm one point later. Standing beside the victim was a gun in his hand, was the same man we see here in court. Cough. Yes, without question. I see. Ay, naruhodo. And apart from the accused, was there anyone else standing beside the victim? Ay, itu tak ada darah pun. No. There was no one else around that table but the racist Englishman and the university student. Kata 3 table. Wait, what did he just say? He just said 3 tables occupied. There was no one else around that table. What's the matter, Ryunosuke? That's just not right. Yeah, that's a contradiction. And I went over to Dr. Wilson to say hello. There was a woman sitting opposite him at his table. A woman? Really? That's not something the waiter could have missed. I've been warned about interjecting, but still, what should I do? I think we still have cross what there is called cross something. Wait and see. Just wait and see. I desperately want to say something, but I was told not to interject. Yes, it's caught. It's okay. If your parents tell you to study, you're the kind of man who would diligently get to work at you. Me no. Ryunosuke, maybe. I suppose I am. I never have to got into Yume University otherwise. Yes, post like that, dude. But you can't just always follow the rules in life, you know. Yeah, I know. You don't say what you want to say right now. You say tadi kata tunggu. I don't understand. You said we have a chance to fight back, but then yeah. Yeah. I thought that's cross. I don't know what cross. That cross. You'll certainly regret it when you're found guilty. Alright, you scared me. I will forget that piece of advice in a hurry. I'm just going to shut my eyes and say it. I. Just a moment, please. Mr. Wilson was in the room that day. I'm sure of it. There was a lady sitting with him at the same table. Ari. Dear me, what are we going to do with you? If your blatant disregard for court proceedings, I'm beginning to wonder if you're not a fraud. Could it be that the accused Disney student is not a real lawyer? I mean, I'm a student. Yonosuke is a student. He's not a lawyer. He's just defending himself. But I'm sure of what I saw. Also, Naga-san, is there any chance you're mistaken? Perhaps your memory of events is easy. Okay. But the glasses are hazy. The deceased gentleman came to dine alone. I don't believe it. I actually have a rough plan of the restaurant visit today. Why do you have that? Please have a look if you like to. Why do you? Okay. Why do you? Ini kucing. So that's the sketch of the establishment's layout drawn by. That's right. I'm afraid I used the back of my business card. It was a billion. So during all that chaos, you decided to draw a layout of the establishment. Why? Did police make a layout of the crime scene? Why? Okay. However, as you can see, the gentleman in question seated alone. Excuse me. Well, you're clearly a very conservative. Masalahnya, why? Why does he have that? Is he a detective? He's not a detective, right? He's a waiter. Thank you, sir. The court will take this plan and edit it. Well, okay. Because it's a business card, so, yeah, of course. There you are. What was that about? It's been completely calm and collected until now. Something certainly seems to have shaken him. Well, of course, the back of the card is the name. So I'm going to check. Oh. So the court has now heard a precis of the case. What is a precis? I'm going to check that card. Kitchen entrance. So that in the kanji there's actually a translation, so it's nice. Should we magnify anything here? We can see the name. I understand kanji, so that's not cool. Then the card. I want to see the card. The head waiter's business card. Yeah. Pieces of the case. The moment the gunshot was heard in the restaurant, only person in close proximity to the victim was the defendant on trial today. So say we are looking at a black and white case. Black and white. Black and white. Kizuma. Defendant Naruhodo. Yes, Your Excellency. If you admit your guilt at this stage, the court is willing to look mercifully upon you. In other words, you may have some small reprieve in terms of your inevitable. Or reprieve? I called this witness an unsworn witness. Unsworn? What does unsworn? And I must warn the defense if you are determined to pursue matters further in this trial. So, the prosecution has decisive evidence from sworn witnesses. Unsworn means they didn't swear on anything like the Bible or something. So this person tell lies and not get penalized. Or present at the scene of the crime. What do you think I should do, Kazuma? Defend? What do you mean? Now I'm going to be found guilty on one way or another, it seems. Wouldn't it be sensible to plead guilty at this stage and hope for a more lenient sentence? No, don't do that, Yunosuke. Suke. Everyone keeps telling me that this trial is unusual about these peculiarities. They've said it, Professor Mikotoba said it, and so has the judge and the prosecutor. Scared of what lies ahead if I push this. As I said from the outset, I believe you're innocent, I trust you. And yet, despite knowing that, you're willing now to throw that trust back in my face. Is that it? But if the accused is in fact innocent, then the defense lawyer is duty bound to prove that innocence by whatever means necessary. Yes. Are you just going to abandon that area? Are you going to give up on yourself? No. The battle hasn't even begun yet. Yeah. Or did he karate chop the table? The defense pleads not guilty, Your Excellency. We invite the prosecution to stop making empty threats and bring up its witness. Banyak masa for them to sembang macam tu. Yeah, you know right? The pointy finger has returned. Baru finally. Then we'll see how decisive this evidence really is. Yeah. Macam je lah selalunya in court dalam game lah, not in real life. Tapi usually in real life pun mesti they take a while to discuss kan, because it's a matter of discussion. The whole court thing is a discussion kan? I think. I don't know. I'm an ignorant person. Indeed. Prosecutor Auchi, please continue with proceedings. Well, you were warned the young can be so reckless. You know, many call me a saint, but I can be. Who called you a saint? The name pun Auchi. It's ouch. The devil when I want to be. In a few short moments from now, that dumbstruck young mouth of yours will be silenced forever. How? Apa few short moments? Will he get prosecuted today? Not really today, like this day. Next witness. What happened to Hosonaga? I didn't even get to cross-examine. Nani sore? Witnesses, kindly state your names and occupations for the court. Wait, Nosa. Yes, sir. The Great Nippon Imperial Army Sergeant Iesanosa. Iesanosa? Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, sir. No, sir. No. Yes, sir. No, sir. Janai, is that not the pun? Yes, sir. No, sir. Myself, I find employed as a purveyor of the fun. He looks like that dude that hit Spider-Man. Yeah, the reporter. Myself, I found employed as a purveyor. What is a purveyor? Okay, purveyor. I think he checks or find articles of antiquity from the affluence of our nation, Nippon, Japan, and conduct my trade from Rasute, a humble premise in the 2nd district, to Rio Korekuta. Yeah. Curio corrector. Curious collector, is it? Why do I keep finding puns? Curious collector, Korekuta. So Korekuta is collector. At your service. An antique dealer and a soldier. Yes, Anosa. I cannot lah. Yes, Anosa. Yes, Anosa. An antique dealer, soldier, what an unusual pairing. Yeah. Antique and a soldier. Antique soldier. Both of these gentlemen were present at the restaurant on the day. Question. It must be the diners at the other table that the waiter mentioned. Yes, the third. Yeah. Myself, I habitually take tea of the most exquisite aroma at this question. Oh, it's post-known. And not infrequently converse with interested parties regarding the curious with which I make my business. Curious collector. I can't understand a word that old Minnie said. Kenapa? I understand. Fine. Okay, he's an antique dealer and he sounds like he's regular at La Carnival. Why, is he speaking English? He seeks out potential customers who may have an interest in antiques and tries to sell his wares to them. He obviously targets La Carnival because it's a high-class restaurant with... Right, I see, although to be honest, that sergeant... Yes, Anosa. Is that correct? Affirmative. No, sir. The enemy unit was seen attacking the foreigner in what can only be described as an act of war, sir. My god. Don't easily say war. It was that black uniform rule. Huh? What noise is that? Where? Is that from the game? It was the infantry over there who unloaded his firearms, sir. He don't even have a firearm. This man's impossible to understand as the other. But I'm almost sure I heard a strange noise. Oh, okay. I thought I was the only one. Okay. So this is the decisive evidence the prosecution was threatened. Only by witnesses? That's not evidence. The soldier is claiming that he actually saw the precise shot the victim died. Yes. Well, I started to feel uncomfortable. I'm not really. I'm not excited. I'm honest, I was feeling uncomfortable from the start, obviously. Now the court will hear your formal testimony, please. So this one is formal. You will state everything you saw at the precise moment that the incident occurred. Sir, yes, sir. What noise is that? Why does it sound like a baby crying? Yes, sir, standing by ready to report, sir. Unsavory memories of a most acerbic afternoon. Acerbic. Such a classy word. What the witnesses saw. I was ingesting regulation beef steak at this restaurant while having a tactical discussion with the old man. Tactical. Okay, no wonder lah. Apa Ryunosuke don't understand what he's speaking because he speaks with redundant words. Ingesting regulation beef. What does regulation beef means? Tactical discussion with the old man. Tactical. Okay. Myself, I was extolling the virtues of a particularly fine golden curio to the military. Extolling? Not layman terms, yeah. Okay, yeah. So that's why Ryunosuke doesn't understand. Apa, bukan redundant. I mean like beef steak. He could just say beef steak, kan? Okay, my side. But yeah, layman. What does extolling mean? Extolling the virtues of particularly fine golden to the milk. Extolling itself. At that precise moment, a firearm was discharged. I observed that the baby noise. Praise enthusiastically. So that was extolling. Extolling means okay. I observed the enemy's action. The black uniform varsity cadet fired on the civilian, and from the back. Oh, okay, that itself is already Allah, because it was shot from the front. Extolling. So thank you, Ika. Thank you. From the back, covered linen. Okay, and already found the contradiction. I was on my hands and knees investigating the whereabouts of my mysteriously absent. Oh, okay, so the curio was missing. Curio. Well, so you, Sergeant Nosa, actually witnessed. Sergeant Nosa witnessed the vital moment. Saw the split second when the defendant fired the weapon. Yes, sir. Affirmative, sir. That wicked university cadet. The baby noise. Dah kenapa bawa pisau tu, woi? Why is it holding a What times we live in when an English gentleman may be assailed in the broad daylight. Broad light of day, not broad daylight. Oh, kenapa? Why you handling those? Why this is ridiculous. Can you bring weapons inside court? You cannot. And shoot anyone. Is that really true, Yunosuke? Yes, all I did was pick up the gun that I saw lying on the floor. Lesson number 1. Never pick up a gun. Especially never pick up a gun. Unless for extreme countermeasure, but in places like Japan and like here, you don't need to pick a gun. If you pick a gun, that you're going to spread fingerprints on that gun. So yes, lesson number 1, never pick up a gun. After I say hello to Dr. Wilson, I went back to my table and sat drinking some coffee. Oh, okay. So he went back. And when I finished, I got up from my seat. when I noticed an English meat gun. English meat gun. Is there any difference of English meat and Japan meat? Nippon meat. Meat gun next to the chair where the professor was sitting. Why do you take a gun? I thought perhaps the professor dropped it. I guess back in those days they can have firearm anywhere. So I bent down and just as I was picking it up, bang! Oh! So when he picked it up, then there was the bang. It's not before he picked it up. Well, if that's the truth, there was obviously a criminal on this somewhere. And somewhere in these two testimony basically as to who that criminal was. I mean, we already found a contradiction. Like here, the fatal hemorrhage from pectoral ballistic trauma, no exit wound, bullet did not pass through the body. In the picture, it was from the front, not from the back. You're not scared? Are you blind? You're not scared? You must exercise your right to cross-examine the witness. Yes, let's cross-examine. Do it now. As we have heard, Your Excellency, there is no room for doubt in the testimony of these witnesses. The defendant is clearly guilty. It's time to bring this despicable student to justice. I'm not despicable. You're not skin, not despicable. Certainly, the testimony of has heard elements and a vestige of doubt. Vestige. That's a word I remember. Therefore, it is my... Oh, okay. Hi. Oi, raise up your hand. I have a question. I have a question, sir. Yes, sir, no, sir. What in the name of the Emperor is the meaning of this outburst? I mean, the defense demands its right to a cross-examination. Yes. Dear me, dear me. Let me guess. The Hachimaki headband boy next door told me to do it. How did he know? I mean, betul lah. The prosecution objects this is a clear waste of time. Defendant obviously has no experience. How can he possibly carry out a cross-examination? Iggy, Ari. I understand why he said height, because his Yunosuke is he's not yet a lawyer, so he doesn't know how to screen Iggy Ari. So he just height. The defense is asserting its right to a crime. I just realized the name Iesa Nosa. Ie was means no in Japanese, so it's Nosa Nosa. Whether or not you think he's capable of it is relevant. It is irrelevant. Kazuma is so commanding. Look at his personalized win. Very well. Let the defense conduct a cross-examination of the witnesses. Alright, this is where the battle really begins, Ryunosuke. Let's go. I don't even know what to do in cross-examination. Isn't it obvious you have to expose the lies in the witness statements? How? Present. You didn't fire the gun, which is what the soldiers said to be a lie. Well, yes, but it's just a case of proving it, and the key to doing that is evidence. Right, evidence. Yes, so you need to present evidence. All you need to do is present some decisive and evidence. He did karate chop the board at the table. Sorry, Yonosuke. That was a mix. Tak boleh lah. Okay. It's all or nothing. Yeah, comel je. Okay, what the witness saw. I was ingesting a relish steak at the restaurant. Oh, I can press. Jom kita press. Let's press. Why are you saying anything? Takkan tak boleh press, boleh je kan? Just ask about anything that catches your attention, anything that bothers you. Alright, then Comel ni dia angkat tangan. This beef stick you mentioned, what kind of food is that? Tension. Okay. Beef steak is a delicious cut of veal vigorously cooked on a cast iron grill and served piping hot. Aduh. Oh, if food could receive medals of honor, makan orang putih, so then the steak would be almost as highly decorated as a cutlet. Right, I see. Thank you, sir. So next question. Oh, dia angkat tangan comelnya. This cutlet you mentioned, what kind of food is? Cutlet is delicious cut of veal tossed in breadcrumbs and deep fried cooking oil. Accept your guilty verdict, atone for your crimes, and no wonder lah they tweet that pig. Yes sir, I will sir, on the double sir. No, sorry to interrupt, but how about trying to stick to questions that are relevant to the case? Oops, sorry. I'll do my best. So, next question. Janganlah tanya pasal makanan. Wah. Well, at least we've learned that he's a big beef lover. Not easy knowing what questions to ask. Prime Presser awarded? Oh, we have awards? We have awards? Myself, I was extolling the virtues of particularly fine golden. I'm just going to press again. I'm sorry for making this game so long. I have no idea. And this see? Get the game. I'm vouching for you. Get the Ace Attorney game. Or you can just borrow the game from your friend. I have no idea what you're talking about. A koban, boy. What is a koban? A koban? You mean an old Edo coin? Okay. The day prior to the incident, a treasure of exceptional value from the Howe period entered my possession. I took myself to the restaurant the following day with said items secreted in my bosom pocket. Bosom pocket. I cannot. This man have a bosom. Okay. I mean whatever, bro. Bosom. In the hope of an affluent cognizant appraise of its indisputable value being present. Koban, sword boys. Koban? Isn't it gold coin? Awesome. BTS band live right now. I'm not going to watch it since I don't even understand Korean. I'm just going to continue the stream. I'm sorry, Bangtan Soyandan. So you were hoping to sell your Koban coin to Sergeant Nosa, whom you met at the restaurant? Yes, it's quite clear where you're going with this boy. Awesome. You were about to say that a penniless soldier would have no hope of purchasing a precious cobalt. Isn't that so? I didn't say he's penniless. You little upstart cadet. You want... See? We didn't even say he's penniless. Ouchie said that. But yeah. You want to add disrespecting secret officer to your list of crimes, do you? Or insubordination? Wah, tak ada. There's no wah. No, I didn't say anything. Although penniless might be just the word I was looking for. In any case, the hour was already advanced beyond that of the midday lunch. Kenapa dia macam tu? Why is he shaking? There remained precious few present with whom I could engage in discourse about matters of... The gentleman beside me who was grappling with his wrist will at the time was my sole prospect. Grappling. I see. At that precise moment the firearm was discharged. I observed the enemy's action with my own eyes. I want to press. A black uniform was the cadet fired on the English civilian from the back. Just present some. I'm going to read photograph of the victim. Okay, the music stops. So it's the right evidence. Oh, okay. Why are you two sweating and shaking? Ouchie. What are you playing at, cadet? What is the meaning of this subordinate entrusting some photographic print? Mustache. Inconsistency, sir. I mean, yes. Coba lah. I mean, yes, there's a clear inconsistency here. What nonsense. What can this brain possibly tell us that we don't already know? I mean, are you blind, Ouchie? Well, obviously that I know what I want to say, but the words just won't come out of my mouth. I think this proves beyond any doubt, Your Excellency, that there is no place for an amateur student here in this grand courtroom. I mean, Judge, just see the picture. It's HD for a reason. Stop. Please. Surely this doesn't require an explanation. It couldn't be more plain. To spell it out would be an insult to the court. See, even the judge knows. Doesn't matter, but what are you talking about? It's apparent from a single glance at the photographic print presented by the defense that there's a clear discrepancy here. The sergeant's statement. What? Sergeant, yes, Sanosa. Yes, sir, what's it? And the statement you just made was this. The black uniform varsity cadet fired on the English civilian from the back, the Kauli weasel. Yes, sir, affirmative, sir. I witnessed the crime with my own military-grade eyes, sir. Military-grade eyes. Wait! Yeah. But no, that just can't be. Don't say hi if you don't mean hi. Just say yeah. And why not, cadet? Because. Kenapa you tengok kat Kazuma? Solve it on your own. The victim, Dr. Wilson, died from a bullet wound to the chest. Actor. Sergeant, according to your witness statement, the culprit shot the victim from behind. Hemorrhage. Hemorrhage. Well, how do you explain it? So that's where the sound came from. The baby. What was that? Something just popped up behind his back, but he pushed it down again. I thought it was his voice. The baby. It's clear discrepancy. We do not agree with Sergeant Nosa. Yes, at this juncture that would appear to be indisputable. Oh, don't laugh. Oh, lah, cute-nya. Only fix on the delicious carnival steaks. What? The last testimony the court heard has proven one thing beyond all reasonable doubt. The witness Sergeant Nosa did not see the defendant firing a gun at all. That's absurd. I think the conclusion we must draw is simple. Wait, there is no place for an amateur prosecutor here in this grand call. Whoa! Boo! Burn! Ouchie! Ouch! Yeah! Inconsistency awarded. I didn't know we have awards here. Or is this for the PS4 version? There's been a complete turnabout in the movie's trial just for that one. Amazing. Cause amazing. So this is what being in it is a thing. Wow, awal is a thing. But I definitely saw him. Jangan nangis. There is the cadet there. He was pointing the firearm earlier. Back. No! I never fired the gun. Oh, penat lah betul kan? Yes. Hide. All I did was pick it up off the floor. And you, old man, you didn't see. You was shot, did you? Myself, I have already been quite clear. The gunshot interested me not. I was far too busy on the floor. Too busy on the floor? Sorry, what were you doing? Searching for the coin. Hunting for treasure. Treasure? The Koban. Is the thing fine? Where are Koban, my prize coin? On each occasion when I visit that restaurant, my habitude is in my bosom pocket a particular. In the searching for the fallen country. Maybe. On the day under scrutiny, it was to the military man that I proffered my homemade treasure. Since we don't even see the Koban coin, maybe it was the gun, because it's an English-made gun. And after averting my eyes, kesian. Averting my eyes for the previous moment was there no more and simply vanished. The Koban vanished. Hunting around under the table I was in case mayhap it had fallen there, and then it happened. Bang! You heard the gunshot, you mean? Indeed I did, but I heeded it not, for I was concerned only with finding my absconded treasure. Nothing could distract. Okay, nothing could distract you, huh? Out of interest, did you find the coin in the end? Nope. Poor guy. That lamentable day, the precious Koban was lost to me. No doubt some unscrupulous scoundrel pocketed the prize coin for himself. So I could be betul lah ni. Maybe. But like even the the sergeant saw the coin and the sergeant didn't say anything, so maybe the coin is real. So I don't think it's the old dude because there's witness of the coin, the Koban coin. Sergeant Nosa saw the coin. As I am sure everyone present is aware, this case demands a swift and decisive resolution. I think the child took the coin. Our government has promised to send a full report to Great Britain by telegraph this very afternoon. So fast! Nevertheless, the witness testimony the court has just heard was conclusive. No matter how subservient the government feels it might be to the British. As if he didn't say, I think the child shot the gun. Maybe, but the possibilities is there. Maybe dia main-main kot. Tapi tak lah. Takkan lah. Because since the gun the gunshot wound is close range, and according to the waiter, the sergeant is not around the area. Oh no lah, no, it's not the baby. But I think the baby stole the coin. It would be unforgivable to deliver a verdict on this trial right now. Yes, we judgy. Prosecutor Auchi. How to pronounce T? If TSK is TSH is jangan. Yeah. Worry not, Your Excellency. The defendant may have fled a tiger at the front gate, but he will find a wolf at the back. My witnesses have further testimony to make. Explain. Upon hearing their next statement, it will become abundantly clear that there is only one person who could possibly have committed this despicable crime. The equally despicable defendant. What? He really seems to have a despicable opinion of you, doesn't he? Very well, the court invites the witness to testify again. He will thoroughly explain the reasoning behind the prosecutor's allegation. I wonder how long will this playthrough takes for one case. Is that clear? As clear as Kiriko glass, Your Excellency. Kiriko glass? Yes, sir. At once, sir. Awaiting signal to testify, sir. Excuse me, but there's something or someone looking out over your shoulder, I think. Affirmative. The newest member of the Nosa family to rise up through the ranks, named Aido. Aido Nosa. Aido. Ayo. The name itself is already suspicious. I do know, sir. Okay. I don't know. Oh, I don't know, sir. I don't know. Okay, he doesn't know. The kid doesn't know anything. I don't know, sir. It would seem those straps are a sign of the sergeant being too strapped to afford a nanny. Can I make an outlandish claim? Maybe the old man shot the gun and the koban was given as a bribe to the soldier dude. Maybe that's a possibility. But okay, what the dude's motive then? Maybe tengoklah. Let's continue. Idle tension. Your father is about to quell the enemy. Watch and learn, my boy. I don't know, sir. I don't know, sir. The true culprit. Even if what I saw wasn't the precise moment the firearm was discharged, it's almost no, it's not. Yes, pointing his gun at the foreign man, he was that young lad in black. That much myself. Furthermore, a visual search of the premises at the time confirmed that we were the only personnel present. Indeed, alone he was the Englishman, dining all by himself. Therefore, no one other than the black uniformed cadet could have dispatched the Englishman over and out. What about the Hasa Osonaga? That's nonsense. The victim, Dr. Wilson, wasn't alone at all. There is enough of this outburst already. But there was a woman. There was a young woman at his table. You must have seen her, okay? They were all both suspicious. Harry. You call yourself a lawyer, then you will respect the rules of the court and speak accordingly. Okay. Cross-examine, so let's just press. Press. It's evident beyond all reasonable doubt that the victim was alone at the time of the incident. The prosecution has photographic evidence. Okay. So that's a photograph without the body. Is this a photographic print of the scene of the crime, counsel? Okay. Oh. Date of the table at which the victim was dining, taken by an investigator immediately after the incident. Let's check. I think there's something wrong. Maybe not. Okay. As can plainly be seen, there is only one piece set. Certainly, based on the appearance of this print, it would be reasonable to conclude that the victim was not in the company of anyone else. And this doesn't make any sense. The court will add this new photographic evidence to the record. Photographic print of the crime scene has been entered into the court record. I don't understand what's going on here. I mean, if it's just not possible that nobody else saw that woman. Let's check once again. A bottle of carbonated water and a state lunch can be seen on the victim's table. Does the magnifying glass even help at all? I can't even see a thing. This. Ada difference ke? I can only think of the steak, but I think the steak just okay je. The steak just okay. At this angle, you cannot see if the steak was eaten, right? Kata laki tu makan. I just want to start. Yeah, I think okay. So, the waiter before said the same thing. He maintains that Dr. Wilson came to the restaurant alone as well. That's not true. I saw her. I swear that I saw a woman with him. It would seem that we are able to telegraph the report to Great Britain on time after all. Hey! The witness testimony we have just heard leave no further room for doubt. I mean, we can still press. ambil my hak cross examine. Take my right. Okay, but this very sensitive political times, as we all know. The ink is still fresh on the treaty with Great Britain. Yeah. Think that I, Takeshi Chiauchi, will have contributed to the amity of these two great empires and honor. Don't give up hope. Inosuke. How can this be happening? The church is ready to rule. Stand. Oh, it's not over yet. I just hope he doesn't die. Azuma. If what you say is true, then there's something going on here behind the scenes. Now is your chance to expose it. Draw out the truth in your cross-examination. He's at the pedang. He have his own katana. The defense is entitled to cross-examine the witnesses but make it quit. Understood? Yes, I am entitled to cross-examine. Rules can be so unbending at times. Ugh. Let's just press. True culprit. Even if what I saw was at the precise moment the fire was discharged, it's not. Wait. No, it's not the same thing at all. We'll start when you fire that gun. We have a difference of opinion on that, opinion of a uniformed officer versus that of a fledgling cadet. I don't think so. Consider this defendant. Just a moment ago, I blinked. Did you see it? See me blink? You have your glasses on, how could I see? How could I? And yet, it's an undeniable fact that I did blink. So there you have it. And of what? Tension. The sound of the firearm rang in my ears, and the very next moment, wow, thank you. Numbers. Thank you for the follow. 111115. In the very next moment, I saw you waving the gun and the Englishman waving. Wow. Wave. Okay. I think that says it all, don't you? And let us not forget that the antics they live in is accused in this most incriminating position as well. No, isn't that so? Collector-san. Collector. Mr. Collector. Yes, pointing his gun at the foreign man, he was that young lad in black. That much I myself did see. Oh, okay. The dialogue itself is quite smart, the arrangement. Yeah. Yes, I know. Yes, it may be true that I was holding the gun at that point in time. I've told you already, that's only because I picked it up. Flaw. Well, obviously, as the culprit, that's the only way you could explain it away. I had just finished drinking my coffee and I was about to leave the restaurant when I pick up the gun. I noticed a gun on the floor at Dr. Wilson's feet, so I pick it up. And at exactly that moment, bang! Oh, maybe there's two guns. Not maybe, it's actually obvious. It's two guns, satu on the floor, satu somewhere, because it's banged from somewhere. A gunshot rang in my ears. Full of events beyond our control. My face. Sorry, what do you mean? He speaks like Yoda. In your case, you found a pistol on the floor and pick it up, which precipitated this testing predicament. Whereas conversely, I fail to pick up the koban from the floor and find myself in an equally testing predicament as Lizzo. He's still about his koban. Anyway, the fact remains myself. I did see you, with pistol in hand, standing over the foreigner. Furthermore, a visual search of the premises at the time confirmed that we were the only person present. What about the waiter? You must have noticed someone else at Dr. Wilson's table. There was a lady there. Iggy, Ari. As you have been at pains to point out time again, I feel I'm growing a callus in my ear. And yet no one else appears to have caught even a glimpse of this woman. If only there would been more people dining there at the time, then someone else would have noticed her. Unfortunately, it was already past 2 p.m. when it happened. A quiet time between lunch and dinner in any restaurant. I know. 2 p.m. I think 2 p.m. is still a quite bustling time. Of course, the place was almost empty. It's what you expect. Certainly 2 p.m. is neither here nor there in terms of a time to eat. You guys have such a stable timing schedule. I wonder if there was a reason why the victim was eating at that time of day and why he was alone. Yes, Your Excellency, there was indeed a reason. There was? Okay. What was the reason? What was the reason? This was found in the victim's jacket pocket. What is that, Counsel? It is a medical report card, Your Excellency. It seemed that the victim had an appointment at the clinic prior to visiting the restaurant. Okay. What the? Okay. I think I remember vaguely that in previous installation of Ace Attorney, there's a clinic named Hota, or maybe is it the Afro lady, Hota? Yeah. So I think this is another reference of the previous installation, Hota Clinic. I think. I just vaguely remember. 19 November, noon to past 1 p.m. The very day of the incident. So the victim went for a late lunch following his appointment. The explanation couldn't be more simple. The prosecution felt no need to submit this evidence before, as it really has no bearing on the case. I wonder. What do you think, Runoski? Well, it's hard to see how it could be related, really. Remember, you can request for it to be entered into the court record as evidence if you think it could be useful. I mean, I take anything. Just take it. Ask it to be submitted. At this rate, you need to just take anything, dude. Yes, raise your hand. Sir, teacher, I want that report card. I'm raising my hand in real life. Oh my god. I mean, I would like to ask for that medical report card. Yes. On what grounds? On what grounds? I mean, there's anything. It's a transparent report. I hope. The court has already heard conclusive witness testimony. Additional evidence will be extraneous. Kenapa? Do you need to write something? I mean, maybe paperwork wise, maybe. Welcome back, Nico. Yes, welcome back. Not to mention that the victim's movements prior to his arrival at the restaurant are of no concern. Iggy Ari. Oh yeah, karate chop the board. One of these days, the table will be karate chop. If this man going to be a lawyer. Hey, that was wait, I'm going to drink. One of these days the table will be karate chop. The revenge of table, of court tables. What the Gyakuten is turnabout, so yeah, the turnabout. The turnabout of things, the karate will chop back. No, the table will karate chop back. The karate will chop back, sorry. Oh dear. We have a right to explore all possible avenues, okay. I beg your pardon. Did Aochi twitch? You have no authority to refuse a perfectly valid request for the submission of evidence. Very well, the court will grant the defense request. Ouch. Youngsters these days are forever asserting their rights. I mean, currently, it's the same thing. Asserting our rights for so many things. I mean, yeah. It's most disturbing trend. I have no comment on that. Ouch. Ouch. Officer, kindly add the victim's medical report card to the court record. Yeah, we can check it. Let's read it. I want to read that book. What we need right now is new clues. Yes, we need new clues. Take whatever you need. A medical rapid report card from Hotta Clinic that was found in the victim's kit. You can't even see what it's written. Yeah. Okay. I wanna read that book. We have to explore things from every possible angle, even if they don't seem relevant at first. Right, I hear you. You can conspire to pull on this trial as much as you like, but it's the day after the festival already for you. La Carnival! Or perhaps you've forgotten that these witness testimonies leave no room for doubt. Can we check this? I wanna check what's inside. Sorry. I mean, the person's already dead. Can't we look if I mean, does he still have privacy? And that this witness testimony leave no room for doubt. Feel free to reiterate for the accused Correcta-san. Indeed, alone he was. Kasian, dining all by himself. Kasian what? What do you kasian him for? So you actually saw that with your own eyes, did you? The victim, Dr. Wilson, dining alone. That I did. Forgive me for the position I placed you in. So the testimonies of the old man, the soldier, and the waiter all agree. At that point, isn't that interesting? Maybe the victim's family don't let them. The waiter. So the Aochi himself already pointed out that I mean, we need to present the waiter, but I don't know where. I don't know where to present the waiter. And let us not forget the incontestable evidence we have to support the statements as well. As can clearly be seen, what can clearly be seen? There is only a single beef stick on the victim's table, a meal for one. Since you asked if that person ada ke privacy, yeah, thank you. I guess Carl ikut the parents' family lah. Parents' family, the family, yeah. No. The antics delay the sergeant and the waiter who testified before. It's not impossible that they are lying. Yeah. But if so, then why? If I'm perfectly honest, I've absolutely no idea. Therefore, no one other than the black uniform cadet could have dispatched them away now. I'm just going to press again. Why aren't you telling the truth? What did you say, cadet? I clearly remember. There was a woman sitting across the table from the professor. Perhaps one of you might not have noticed, but for both of you to have failed to say the professor's dining companion is just not possible. Why are you shaking? Sorry? The waiter, whose testimony the court heard earlier, clearly stated the same thing. He also said that the victim was alone. That's right. Precisely, in other words, you are the sole proponent of this phantom lady. But such a woman were indeed present at the scene. The prosecution demands to see proof. Yeah, I have no proof of that. I don't think we have proof for that. No such proof exists. The prosecution demands that no further mention of this phantom woman be made. It's a blatant waste of the court's time. Blatant. There's nothing I can say to that. Kazuma, deep in thoughts. Is that how you're supposed to say? Excellent work. Excellent, eh? Excellent work. Well, glean some new information now. Well, yes, but I don't feel like it changes much, yeah. I can't see that it brings any real discrepancies to light. I wouldn't be so sure. Let me see that. Yeah, Robbie. So we got the card. We didn't even see the report card. So you just take it. I mean, it's the game's logic, I guess. Oh, you mean this? I mean, just read. This is a brand new piece of evidence. So perhaps we should examine it in a little more detail. How exactly? You'll notice that some pieces of evidence bear a magnifying glass. These are the ones you may examine. Press A, you can take a closer look at the piece of. Okay, can we now check? No, not yet. Oh, we can pusing. Job, right? Really? Betul? So we can check this. Nope, tak boleh. Nyeng. I want to check that. To rotate evidence. Okay. By using left. I want to rotate that card. That business card. You can move the crosshairs to hunt for clues that may be missed before. Oh, if the crosshairs start to pulsate, press A to investigate further. Okay. So, partner, I think you should take a closer look at this medical report card. Okay, sure, let's go. Cannot yet, Vengo. If there isn't anything new to be learned by examining in more detail. Alright, I'll see what I can do. I need to use A to inspect any evidence. Can I now? Can I? No, tak boleh lagi. Ngeng. Okay. Medical report card required for every visit. Name Mr. John Wilson, Hotel Clean. It is first. Nama John Wilson. It says Hotta Clinic on this medical report card. I hate clinic almost as much as I hate hospitals and surgeries. The person's talking, right? Our PNG tuber thing, yeah? Yeah. Aren't they all the same? Hospitals and surgeries are not the same. Also clinic. When I was 5, I caught the only cold I've ever had in my life. Oh god. So like in previous installation, Phoenix Wright actually have very good luck in terms of health, because if he's falling from a cliff or something, he will just get away with it with a cold. It's amazing. So I guess the lineage continues. The only cold you ever had alive. Yeah, 23, 5, only one. Okay. And I remember, even though I felt awful already, I had to have this hideous injection in my right arm. I never forget, never in my whole life. Most people would give their right arm to have had only one cold. Their whole life. So da yun eh. I wonder if the current, like Phoenix Wright or this Naruhodo-san, if he were here right now, would he get COVID? I don't know. Maybe not, if he's so lucky. Yeah. Anyway, I don't think this is a clinic where they treat people for illnesses like that. Oh, let's keep looking for. I don't want to miss anything. Oh. Okay, jap. Let me check this. Dentist. Oh, dentist. Date. Record. Let's check this. So, dentist. It's like this medical report card was first issued quite some time ago. Oh, you cannot see the date. Okay. It's probably a record of long-term treatment. That's why with a family doctor, I imagine. Well, I can imagine going to a doctor. I mean, as long as I'm alive, I'm never consulting one. Well, if you were dead, there would be no point. So you don't like doctors then? Why would you? They make you drink horrible tasting medicine. Then demand lots of money. Oh, when you're at your lowest ebb. You sound like a model patient. If a bad case of stubbornness nevertheless, for which the only cure is very bitter medicine give. Healthy curiosity. I am healthy indeed. Emilionoski. Okay. I cannot check that, so let's open. Let's have a look. This is some kind of medical history. And there's an entry for the day of the professor was killed. Extraction of molar with topical anesthesia. Tropical jana ini. Topical. Extraction of molar, you mean he had a tooth taken out. I think. Oh, so the professor can't eat the steak since he just got its tooth taken out. Kan? Am I right? Not? No. And a bad tooth removal. Perhaps they use laughing gas as the most modern practice. The best pain relief. Yes. Perhaps they use laughing gas. Sekejap, dia cakap tadi, I tak fokus. Oh, betul lah. Yes, I've heard about this anesthesia. Although it's hard to believe there's anything that can actually stop you feeling pain. There's a cautionary note from the medical practitioner as well. Certainly no food or drink besides water for 3 hours post-procedure until anesthetic effects have passed. They need to even say this. Okay, nice. If it's good that this is written, so then we can present the evidence. Really? Sounds like information worth bearing in mind. The medical reports card information has been updated in the court record. If this new information of that one particular statement totally changed. So I think it's time we listen to the testimony again, dude. Definitely. Let's go. Or even if so, it wasn't the precise moment, it's almost the same thing. Yes, pointing his gun at the foreign man, he was that young lad in black, that much I myself did see. Furthermore, a visual search of the premise at the time confirmed that we were the only person present. Indeed, alone, he was the Englishman dining all by himself. What was the next one? Therefore, no one other than the black uniform cadet could dispatch. Okay, no. I present it here. Dining. He cannot dine by himself. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Present by X. Fight. Yay, the music stops. Raise your hand. Cute nya dia. Well, I think about what are you reading that call yourself a lawyer? Janganlah marah. I wish I could, but first and foremost here, I'm the accused. You know, Ske. Everyone stumbles on their words of casual. Under the circumstances, I wouldn't worry about it. Thanks, Kazuma. Good friend, good friend. Best of friend though. When you raise your hand straight up like that, so oh, you knew exactly what it was you wanted to say. He's so yeah. Such a good friend. Thanks for the advice. Okay, take a deep breath, bro. Kurakta-san, this is a medical report card belonging to the victim. I see, and I don't see what of it, boy. I see and I don't see. As a Fujoshi, I ship. Oh no. You're welcome. Biasalah, standard lah in this game. Since the lack of female characters kan. Comparing what is written on this report card with your witness statement. Table slap. Something clearly doesn't add up. Dear me, have you forgotten my words so soon, you amateur? For a word. Oi! You are not to interrupt court proceedings with your amateurish drivel. But let's see if I can explain it in words you might understand. It was after 2 p.m. in the afternoon when the victim was murdered at the restaurant. Whatever he may or may not have done before that time is completely irrelevant. Kenapa pula? I mean, apa the keadaan of the doctor? I don't understand prosecution. The side is very tak fikir. Alah. Remember, Yonosuke, you don't have to use clever language or fancy words. Just make your point. Your Excellency, I believe we've finished here. There is really no need to prolong this trial further. The witness testimonies the court has heard have been clear and concise. This medical report card has no bearing on the matter for the simple reason that there is no one else besides this pale-faced pupil. I didn't finish reading that. Huh? It's okay. Oh, the face pupil who could possibly have perpetrated the crime. Do you really believe that? Wow, that outburst half petrified me, boy. Oh, half petrified. Nice, nice. Of course I believe it. How could it possibly be relevant? Perhaps because Hotta Clinic. She showed the report card is a dental clinic. Dental clinic? Is that supposed to mean something to me? I mean, dia nak makan. If I told you that the victim had just had a tooth extracted, what's this now? And furthermore, if I told you that as a result the victim had been forbidden from eating. Oh, the vibration. That's just what he's trying to say, that he had orders not to eat. So what? It's all written up in here. No food or drink other than water for 3 hours post-procedure while anesthesia wears off. What? No, that can't. So, the prosecution sendiri tak baca the report card. Boy, what? We just heard when he was killed sometime shortly after 2 p.m. and the victim couldn't have been anything at all. Surprise! Surprise, surprise! Additionally, there's more. You have assured the court with unwavering self-confidence that the victim was dining alone. Oh, the tables, he's getting stronger. My boy. Che, ibu lah proud. Oh. That cannot possibly be the case. Because the victim, we now know, had just had one of his teeth extracted and was still experiencing the effects of anesthetic. Wow. Expertly done, partner. Expert. Yes, you can hear the table. Yeah, not even a slap. It's nonsense, little upstart. Is upstart a downgrade word? I mean, upstart. Yeah. You need some more vocabulary to look down on people. Ouch. I don't know, that's me. These are baseless accusations. Just look at this photographic evidence. You can clearly see the plate of food at the victim's table. Iggy, Ari, use your head. That's the very discrepancy we're talking about. Or can't you follow the logic? How dare you? I think it's fair to say that the tables in this restaurant case often Yakuten would be negative. It's like a polite way of saying no. So da yo ne. So tables in this restaurant. Would you agree, you're Nusky? Huh? Oh yes, it's definitely. So having just undergone some dental surgery, the victim was unable to eat. It's one very crucial conundrum. Who in fact was eating the pictured beef steak? The court will hear the opinion of the defense on this new puzzle. I assume you're ready, counsel? Counsel? Oh, that means me, doesn't it? Alright, the answer to this question is going to be pivotal. Oh, this is the start of you turning this trial around. Yeah, Gyakuten, let's go. Got it. So, the person eating the steak at the victim's table must have been an as yet unknown third party. Obviously, it can only have been someone else who was sitting at the professor's table. Iggy, Ari, we will not let this go with you. There is no such person. Oi! There was, because I saw her. When the incident occurred, we know that the victim couldn't have been eating anything. Yet, we have evidence of a half-eaten steak on his table. Yes, karate chop the table. Kazuma chop. Therefore, the only logical conclusion is that there was somebody else there eating it. We have strong evidence to support our assertion. It's clear that these witness testimonies are unreliable. If the court decides to push through a ruling at this stage, we will lodge a formal complaint with the Ministry of Justice. Ministry of Justice? And pursue a fair trial relentlessly. Oh no. Kazuma, are you insane? You would take on the government? For a friend? Don't worry, counsel, I have no issue with you. What do you mean? I have issue with them, those two witnesses in the stand. What? What are you talking about? We have demonstrated with evidence that the victim is not alone. So if it now turns out that the two of you deliberately lied when giving your test, obviously you will be charged with perjury. Perjury? Injury? And since this is a murder trial, you will also be deemed complicit in the killing. Oh, complicit in murder? Ouchie must have never had a tooth extracted, because when I had my wisdom tooth taken away, I eat a steak. A steak of all things. Kan. Negative. No sir. There was no mention of this at the tactical meeting. Also, there was a tactical meeting. I was just following orders. That's right, as the man says. Oh, let's say you never saw the gentlewoman. That's what they told us. Okay. Oh. Oh, he was shaking. The old man is shaking. What? What? A surprise? Just say, correcta-san? Oh, he was shaking. Jangan. You were just following orders? No, hold on, lad. I was say you never saw the gentlewoman? I don't know, sir. You say gentlewoman, do you? You saw the victim with a lady from overseas? What? Iggy, Ari. What is the meaning of all this? These witnesses' false statements? Also, Aochi didn't know. I thought Aochi talked to them to not say about the gentlewoman. Okay. This Aochi person is such a nice guy for now. I mean, he's bad at being a prosecutor, I guess, but yeah. So I guess there's another person that involved with this shenanigans. I think. Is this true, you pair? Correcta-san. This one simple. Slip on the tongue. Order. Counsel, explain what is going on here. I think Aochi's problem is that he has too much pride. Yep. That's ouch. That's Aochi's ouch. Kazuma-chan, it's painfully clear now. You tried to prevent these witnesses from telling the truth. It's not Aochi. Absolutely not. The prosecution knows nothing of this. He's back to slap. Your nose a slap. Then who's behind this? Who tried to make you keep your mouth shut? Well, that's classified. So you're prepared to be tried as a conspirator to this murder, are you? You wouldn't. This can't be happening, Brunoski. Judging from the way they are reacting to this, I say they were sworn to silence by someone considerable influence. Dare kana? However, I don't believe Auchi had any idea about it. What are you saying? I mean, to wield that kind of influence, there are only a handful of possibilities. Handful? Wow. It could only have been the government, the military, or the police, I suppose. Well, any ideas about who might be behind this? If we can affirm who tried to silence these witnesses, then we can continue focus. If tak boleh, macam mana? I mean, this itself already like already enough to prove that he's not guilty, kan? So, kan? Of course, we'll need evidence before we make any firm accusations. See? Can we read this already? We can examine it. Yes, flip it. Okay. This plan of the restaurant raises a number of questions. Definitely, kenapa? It's supposed to show the relative position of everything in the moments following the incident. But there's nothing to show the woman you say you saw there. Exactly, and that's not all. Look here in the upper left where it says kitchen. Oh yes, what of it? No one would use those complicated characters to write kitchen, especially if they were in a hurry. So there ne, so kitchen. You mean you don't remember those characters yourself? Don't you study? Okay. Jahat. Chief Inspector Satoru Hosonaga, Primary Criminal Investigation. So now we know. Well, that's unexpected. What is? Look, you see, it says the witness name here, Satoru Hosonaga. Well, yes, business cards do tend to show the person's name. That's sort of the point, of course. It's not the name that's unexpected. It's job title. His job. Oh. Chief Inspector Satoru Hosonaga, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau. Bureau? Inspector? What on earth? I have no idea. But let's face it, the police have a lot of power and influence if they are wielding it somehow here. The way this business card information has been updated in the court. Okay, so it's Hosonaga. Okay, but how? I mean, we already know. How can we possibly remember how we made progress before? Yes, examine this piece of evidence in a new clue as a result. Yes, that's right. Well, that's not the only piece of evidence we have, is it? We need to examine everything. There's nothing. Oh, we can examine apa lagi? Boleh ke? Boleh. Boleh na ni. My personal student number is engraved on the back. Wow, kaya. You so pin, they won't accept you as a university student. You may know. You may not come in, they say. Of course, you can get a new pin made if you can just tell them your number. I actually lost mine twice already, but I still don't know my student number by heart. I always say to myself, I mustn't forget to write it down somewhere, but then I forget not to forget that. Imperial. The symbol of Yume University. Every student wears this pin. Right, it's funny, but most emblems seem to be either round or rectangular. I like this spike design, even though it doesn't really make any sense. so it does cause problems. What's the idea? A sharp pain for sharp mind or something? Okay. Saja je check, sorry. Wait, tak boleh guys, ini dah pun dah. So, I think that's all you can check. Okay. There's no time to lose. Yes, present this evidence. I want answers. If it's proven that these witnesses have been manipulated, I assure you the penalty will be severe. Be sweet, Your Excellency. I had no idea about any of this. I swear to every shin God. I knew nothing. And what does the defense have to say about all this? Well, Your Excellency. Time to think. I'm just going to have to close my eyes and shout out the first name that comes into mind. I think this trial is about to end. Says the prosecution, the only person with the necessary influence to manipulate the witness is Kusunaga-san. Wait. Well, surely there would be Ataru Kusunaga-san. Kusunaga-san, the waiter who took the stand earlier. Nigiri poppycock. Okay, it's Japanese, no poppycock. What possible reason would the waiter have to these witnesses false? Not to mention the fact that even a head waiter would not possibly have that level of influence. For once, I would agree with you. For once. If that is the man truly were a waiter. Well, if he truly were. Come on, Ryunosuke, time to hit this court with the truth. The truth about Satoru Kusunaga-san's identity proven by evidence. Present. Wait. The plan of the restaurant sketched by the man in question. I agree, it shows a great deal of attention in detail, but I'm not sure we can conclude and excellent. That's the back of the card. It's the back of the back of the card. I beg your pardon. Or perhaps I should have said the front. Yeah, the back of the back. Yes, it's the front of the back of the card. Pening lah. Janganlah cakap macam tu. Even the judge is already like thinking you're playing with him. Somebody please explain what this overexcited student is trying to say. Kusunaga-san sketched the plan of the restaurant on the reverse side of his business card. Yeah, the side of the card, kan, bro. He's so nervous. The front of that business card reveals the man in question's profession, his true profession. The waiter's profession, but that's really good gracious. That's right, Your Excellency. The card reads Chief Inspector, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police. I should read this properly. Wait. The waiter is a police detective? Oh, you tak tahu? Okay. I haven't heard any mention of this before. Why haven't I heard any mention of oh. The Imperial Police Bureau has immense power, absolute power as far as regular evidence are concerned. So, witnesses there in the stand correct. Was it in fact the waiter who gave you orders? Was it he who told you not to mention that you'd seen this foreign gentlewoman at this? No. Hold it. Kusunaga-san. Inspector Kusunaga. Inspector, yay. Dia tarik misai. I was worried something like this may happen. The moment you asked me to submit my sketch as evidence, I realized it was a possibility. The court will take this plan and the court record as evidence. Oh, what? Of course, you are. I remember now. He did especially when the judge asked him to hand over his business. I strive to carry out all investigations. Honestly, it's my guiding principle. I let myself be distracted when I made that sketch. I was an unusually careless mistake. See, you really are a detective? I mean, yeah. But why would a detective be working as a restaurant waiter? Kalau you tak perasan jap. But why would a detective be working as a restaurant waiter? Of course, you suddenly must be. I was working undercover. Undercover. You know, it's okay. Yes, there have been a series of incidents at the restaurant recently. In order to investigate, I decided to get a job there as a waiter working undercover. Incidents at the restaurant? What kind of incidents? That would be classified police information which I am not at liberty to divulge. However, I can state categorically that they are unrelated to this case of homicide. Tapi kenapa you suruh silence? Very well then, Inspector Hosonaga, but you will elaborate on one point for the court. Of course, Your Excellency. We have just heard new information from the two witnesses beside you. That at the time of the shooting, there was in fact another person present at the victim's table. If that is indeed true, clearly you would also have been aware of this person's presence, having served at the table in question. However, your testimony did not allude to this other diner. Therefore, I am led to assume that in your professional capacity as a police officer, you required these witnesses to be in agreement. Would that be correct? Kita. Are you okay, sir? Unbelievable. As I suspected. Bang. As soon as I heard the gunshot, I ran out of the kitchen to see what had happened. The victim sat slumped in his chair and beside him gunning. Stood the accused. Yes, sitting opposite the victim at the same table was a young lady whom I guessed to be an English woman. So the truth comes out. I immediately sealed off the restaurant and reported the incident to the bureau. It was then that I received some special orders. Oh, from who? Remove the English woman from the scene at once. It was made clear that the English woman's presence at the restaurant was to be concealed. These were my orders. But what if this English woman was the key? I think it would be in everyone's best interest not to pursue that idea. So, okay. Lepas tu macam mana? Macam mana tu? The Empire views the friendly terms of its relationship with Britain more highly than anything at the moment. An Englishman has been murdered on our soil. We name an Englishman as the primary suspect. Well, without any evidence, that would be really out of question. I mean, kalau dah tak boleh nak ni kan. But let Ryunosuke be not guilty lah. So why further politics burn in hell? Yeah, I mean you're making an innocent student being guilty. So like, so that's the reason for the disappearance of the Phantom Woman in this case. But it's not right. Okay. And one possibility does spring to mind. What do you mean, Kazuo? Yumei University is currently hosting a number of exchange students from Great Britain, and I'm fairly certain that one of them studying in the medical faculty's laboratory is a young English woman. You're a shrewd man. I can see why you're the chosen candidate for the overseas study. You mean, when I removed the woman from the scene of the crime, I thought it prudent to check her identity first. Then the court demands that you name the lady in question at once, Inspector. The English woman sitting at the university professor's table was a certain Miss Giselle Brett. Giselle Brett. I don't think there's a pun for that. He is indeed a foreign student studying in the research laboratory of Yumei University Medical Faculty. What is happening? I tak faham sekali. What is happening? I admit that under orders from the police bureau, I erased all evidence of this lady. He erased? Oh no. And ordered these witnesses to make no mention of her in their testimony. It must now be up to your excellency to decide how to deal with this situation. Very well. My thoughts on the matter are as follows. Thus far, the case presented to the court has been underpinned by a particularly critical premise, namely that the victim was dining alone. However, as we have now discovered that this premise is false, it would be a discretion of our justice system to ignore the truth and give a ruling at this point. But Your Excellency, it will mean missing the noon deadline of a ruling in order to send the telegraphic report to Great Britain. Our own government will surely be displeased by such. Calm yourself, Counsel. I will not allow the government of our country or any other influence the proceedings of courtroom. Yes. Yes. I stand you, Judge. Stand. Yes. Very, yes. Oh. Inspector Hosonaga. Yes, sir. Yes. You go, Judge. Yes. You will locate this Giselle Brett and escort her to the courtroom with the utmost urgency. Right now? Today? At once, Your Excellency. Right, that means you'll be going against the special orders you were given from the police bureau. As I said before, it is my guiding principle to carry out all investigations flawlessly. So it won't be a problem? Janganlah. Jangan cakap. Okay. Hosonaga looks heroic in here. Nothing will get in my way. Lap that blood. Court will adjourn briefly. The prosecution must call the English student Giselle Brett to the witness stand. Okay, I think this is a good place to stop for today. So, yes, do I make myself clear? Yes, Judge. You make yourself clear. Yes. But the trial is going to continue on the day. I don't think it will continue and on another day, I think. So good. Because Renosuke not yet have, a 30-minute recess. Wow, very generous of you. Then we will have a 30-minute recess before recovering. Yes. In our case, a week recess to be continued. So the first case ended here. Nice. So yeah, I guess it's going to be continued. So let's stop it here. Thank you those who joined my stream. So as long as I'm okay, thank you. Goodbye. See you later. I'll stream this and make announcement in Twitter, maybe. Okay, bye bye.